So what are my thoughts on Czarface? I can't even say it's the fourth album because the fourth album is interlude. I'm like, which one is this? But let's just say the odds are against us. How about that? What's going on, ladies and gents in Cyberland? Coming back to another album review, and this time we're on to another Czarface album, but I don't want to say it's the fourth album because the fourth album was an interlude album, so it's like, which one is this? So we're just going to go by the name of it and take it from there. The odds are against us. I think I would say this is the fifth album. I think that's what I would say. Anyway, so been a while since I had listened to Czarface after Fistful of Apparel. Didn't really hear nothing coming from them, and when I found out that the next album was just a soundtrack, there wasn't any lyrics and stuff, I was really disappointed because a lot of the tracks were really good. Like, imagine if they were rapping over them. And unfortunately it did. It was like you were supposed to buy the comic and listen to the music while I read the comic, and I was like, that's cool, but I want some music. I don't that's not how I want to go. It was just disappointing. So at that point I was just like, whatever, I'll get around. When they come out with something with some lyrics, I'll listen to it. And a couple years passed, and at some point I just was listening to the other material, and I decided, like, let me see if they got anything else out. And they did. And this was one of the albums, and they had done something with Ghostface too, and MF Doom. But I'll get around to Ghostface. Still haven't really gotten through MF Doom, and it was good. I felt it was better than Fistful of Apparel. I feel it did give the '80s vibe, but I feel they took the elements that worked with Fistful Apparel and then incorporated that into this album, and it felt more cohesive, and it was a lot better. Wasn't any tracks I didn't like. It was fun. It felt refreshing. It wasn't like the first two albums, but it definitely was in a better direction than the third album. And that doesn't mean the third album was bad. It was just better. The rating for that album was a 9 out of 10 yes sirs. It's not a classic, but it's good. It's very good. And it is a step up from A Fistful of Apparel, definitely. Tracks felt a little longer, and it just felt more cohesive. The music worked better. Lyrics was not the problem. It was just the music, I think, for the last album. The top 5 tracks are Czartis, Gilmore, the Cool Down, which I think is just... I think that song trumps everything in general on A Fistful of Apparel. Like, it's good enough to be with the first two albums. That track is just amazing to me. The Problem with Frank, The Gift That Keeps On, Dead Computer too. Dead Computer is a huge standout, and Bizarro. But Dead Computer, the way that's crafted, it just stood out tremendously for me for this album. It's simple, but yet it felt so sophisticated. That's the right word. The way the lyrics go with it, and then you hear this soft, sweet voice saying "dead computer" kind of thing. I really like that. I would say, I don't know. I would say, should you listen to this before the other material? No, you could. You could listen to this, and this could be another introduction, like the first two albums or this album. You could definitely do that. Maybe not Fistful of Apparel, but you could do that with this. I think you could. Just to get an introduction to what the group is and what they encompasses and such. Otherwise, I have nothing negative to say about it. I just felt like maybe could have had a couple more tracks. I think that was the only drawback. Maybe it wasn't enough tracks. But otherwise, I think it's a very solid album. I love it. I listened to it as much as the other material. Even Fistful of Apparel, I just felt it was better than Fistful of Apparel. you like underground hip hop and stuff that's not on the radio, and it's more so about the music and the lyrics, and you know, the metaphors and stuff, check it out. I don't think you'd be disappointed. So yeah, so it's cue the music.
Now for our cool down. Ready? And again.
Turn it up, yeah. Turn it up. Allow me to take this opportunity. Turn it up. Allow me to take this opportunity. Let's go. Allow me to take this opportunity to slap every rapper alive for their buffoonery. I'm trying to present the best version of myself, but when I rhyme, my verses curses for your health. I call you Jimmy Osa cause you know for being weak. It really ain't a wave if you're trying to plug a leak. Your shot ain't wet, here you rhyme, now I can. This shit's kinda musty, I won't give it a chance. I'm a czar, ship trooper, ranking Johnny Rico's